Okay, so let's talk about the filing statuses and how they affect your return. Quick question. Are you claiming the correct filing status when you prepare your returns, and are you sure about that? While preparing taxes, I have discovered that many people are not clear on which filing status applies to them, and today we're going to make sure that you all are very clear on which filing status applies to you so that you can take the maximum deduction on your tax return. If you are new to my channel, I am Keisha West, the Home Biz Tax Strategist, and I help individuals and home-based business owners decrease their tax liability, and I also help with financial organization for home-based business owners. So if you all see me looking down, I will be looking at my notes just to make sure I'm providing the correct information and to also stay on task. Okay, let's talk about how does the filing statuses affect your taxes. Okay, first of all, it determines whether or not you are required to even file a federal tax return. It determines the amount that you would receive, the standard deduction amount. It determines what credits you are able to claim. And also, the one that everyone is concerned with is the amount of taxes that you would be required to pay. Let's discuss what the 5 filing statuses are. Number 1, if you are single, you would file this status based on whether or not you are unmarried, divorced, or legally separated under a divorce or separate maintenance decree governed by state law. So that will apply to you if you are single. That is the status that you would file. Married filing jointly. This is for the couple that choose to put all of their financials together and they're just going to file everything together. It's pretty simple, married filing jointly. You and your spouse determines to come together and file your return. Okay, let's talk about married filing separately. I absolutely dislike this status for many reasons because you're not able to take advantage of many incentives as the rest of the filing statuses. So if you are married filing separately, I would encourage you all to kind of, have the discussion to be able to position you all to file jointly, because the married filing separately status, many people choose this status because maybe one of the spouses owe like back child support, student loan debt, or they owe something, so the other spouse feel like, they don't want anything to do with it, which I get you. I totally get you. But I want you all to know that there is a form that can be filled out that would eliminate you from owing that debt. So your portion of the return will not be affected by what your spouse may owe. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that form information in the description below so that you all can look further into this, because if you all don't agree on anything else, I would definitely agree during tax time to file jointly so that you all can, get the maximum deduction amount for that status of filing jointly. Okay, the head of household. The head of household applies to you if you are unmarried, you have a dependent, you provide for more than half of the cost of keeping up a home, and also that person lived with you for 6 months or more out of the year. That applies to head of household. And what I have seen is that many people will file single when in fact, they've paid the price to keep a home and they have a dependent. So it's a big difference in the, standard deduction amount that you're able to take. So it's very important that you file head of household and not single if you meet the qualifications. Okay, married widow with children. With a dependent. So a qualifying widow with a dependent, this status applies to a taxpayer if their spouse died one of the previous 2 years and they have a dependent. So if your spouse died within 2 years, then you can take advantage of that deduction for a qualifying widow with a dependent. So those are the 5 filing statuses, and we discussed the ways that these filing statuses affect your return. So be very clear on which one applies to you, because they're all, as I stated, attached to a certain standard deduction amount. And we want to make sure that we are taking advantage of the highest amount that applies to us. Also, you may fall in between 2 or more of these filing statuses, and if one or more apply to you, then you are able to take advantage of the one with the higher deduction that will help you lower your tax liability. If you have any questions or concerns on which one of these filing statuses applies to you, then feel free to reach out to me. I'll leave my information below, and let's talk about it so that we can make sure we are paying the least amount as possible, legally possible, for you next year. All right, guys. Keisha West again, helping home-based business owners and individuals decrease their tax bill and with financial organization. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.